LeBron James, man. What year is he now? Year 50? like,
It wouldn't even matter when he gets to year 50. He's gonna be still doing this shit, yo.
Like, what the heck? Like, this is ridiculous. He just turned 37 years old. I think he's been in the league 19 years
19?
now.
Yeah, 19.
18, 19 years. I'm
Yeah.
losing track of time, man. It's just kind of crazy how every year we think he's gonna be on a decline, and he always fools us every single time as well, too. This season so far, to give you some context, objectively speaking, he's been averaging 29 points per game, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, shooting 37% from three, 52% from the field. And these past 10 games, he's been averaging 34 points per game, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 55% from the field, 38% from three, and 80% from the free throw line as well, too. We come out with our weekly top 5 MVP votings and whatnot as well too. And I told you, so we'll see what happens tomorrow when we post. But I told you, I was like, if he can beat Memphis this week and go on a winning streak, then I might give him the top 5 MVP bid. Obviously, they're getting smacked right now by 20 plus points. So we'll see how I'm feeling when I wake up tomorrow and I stretch and yawn and whatnot. What are your thoughts on Bron, man, this year? I mean, it seems like ever since he went to the 5, obviously it kind of sucks because Frank Vogel's been on the hot seat. Russell Westbrook's trying to get initiated with this new team. It's a completely new roster. Every year he's honestly been on the Lakers, it's been a completely new roster. What are your thoughts on, LeBron James, this year? And do you think he's a top 5 MVP consideration, top 5 MVP consideration?
First of all, for people that don't know me, I'm 21 years old. He came to the league in 2003. I've watched this man my whole life. Okay. I've seen so many players become first round picks, bust. I've seen so many players come to the league, become stars, and then end up, what's that dude that went from the Pacers to the Heat? Danny Granger. Become stars and become bust. I've seen so many players just go up against LeBron in the finals and you don't see him again. This man going stupid in year 19 at 37 years old, and AD don't want to play the 5. So LeBron said, "I'll do it my damn self." He going crazy. But the thing about it is, like, I'm glad the Lakers finally figured something out. I only watched one game of this, but they said that they're gonna have him play like the man that like sets the pick, the screen man position when they go up the court. So I guess that's going to be helpful to get him open now, so he doesn't have to like walk the ball up and make the decisions and stuff like that. So that should be good. It looked good the last game I saw. I didn't get to watch any of the games lately. Like you just said, he's taking smacked by the Grizzlies right now. So I would love to tune in as a Heat fan. I would love to tune into that, see them lose again. But, I'm probably not going to tune into that. But he's going crazy, though.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, would you put him in top 5 right now? Or it's always changing, obviously, and we still got a lot of basketball left. But where would you kind of rank him right now, MVP?
Honestly, I wouldn't. Are the Lakers number 6 still?
I think they're 7. I think they're 7th right now. Obviously, the Memphis game isn't. This is pre-recorded. The Memphis game isn't over yet, so they may drop a little bit. But right now, they're currently in the 7th seed. I think earlier this week they were the 6th seed.
I wouldn't put him ahead of Jokic, and I think Jokic is probably like 5th right now. I know we have like DeMar at like maybe 3rd, and then Giannis is 4th, then KD, then Steph, something like that. Yeah, I wouldn't put him ahead of any of those 5. Like, even, how I feel about Zach LaVine and his stats. I wouldn't put him ahead of Zach LaVine right now because he got the number 1 seed. Donovan Mitchell could be somebody. He's a number 2 seed. No, they're like number 3 seed now. Devin Booker doesn't deserve it. Steph Curry, we already said him. I saw somebody, NBA.com had Rudy Gobert on the list. We gotta ban NBA.com itself. Whoever wrote that, we gotta figure that out. But I don't really think we can put him in the top 5 until he gets at least the fifth or 6th seed. At least get above the Nuggets.
Yeah, for sure. And I can see why you would take him out of the top 5 too, because at least he has another all-star or former MVP playing alongside him with Russell Westbrook, right? Jokic literally has role players with him, and he's still finding a way to get that.
VCU alum Bones Holland, though.
Shout out to him. But yeah, he's literally playing with G League players and just role players right now. No other star. Obviously, Murray ACL still rehabbing from that, and then we have Michael Porter Jr. back injury as well too. So that's crazy. For them to be a 6 seed is kind of ridiculous. But I mean, what LeBron's been doing, playing the 5, has been flat out sensational. Like we said, with AD's uncertainty so far, and him, starting off with like a oblique ankle, and has been, garnishing up this stretch to, keep them above 500. He's been playing well, and I like him playing at the 5 as well too, because the league is set in the small ball era, and I feel like obviously there's moments where he's at the 5 position, but he's still playing point guard. It looks like he can pace himself more and not really exert that much energy if he's playing in the post as well too. Playing in the post, find his mismatch, looking at reads, doing a lot of dribble handoffs. So this is like an evolved LeBron James that I love to see as well too. So I mean, if everyone can get healthy, I think they can try to get the 5 seed. I think right now the 1 through 4 is pretty much locked up, with Phoenix and the Warriors interchangeable at 1 and 2. Utah's going to be constant at 3, and then with John Morant just going on a tear, I think they're going to stay in 4. So if he can get at least the 4 seed, he's definitely up there. But you can argue anything, because like you said, you can argue DeMar's been going crazy, but like you said, his numbers literally mirror Zach LaVine. Obviously, he's been having a great season. Hit 2 back-to-back game wins, which is crazy. We've never seen that in history. But you can argue a lot of things as well too. So I wouldn't dismiss it, but he's definitely, if there's like a 6 man for MVP right now, he's definitely right there, right now. Moving on from that.
Oh, hold up! Before we move on from that, I got a question. We can make this a different topic. When AD comes back, what happens to this lineup? Because you're not gonna bench AD. So does that mean AD's at power forward and then LeBron's at center? That just makes them it just makes them the regular starting lineup. That doesn't, just because you say LeBron's center doesn't, like, they now running big. You know what I'm saying?
I think AD is gonna play the center position, and basically they're gonna, like, when AD comes out, Bron's gonna be in the 5. When Bron comes out, AD's gonna be at the 5 to start it off, because that I think for the Lakers to win games, that's the most effective way to have one of them at 5s. But AD should definitely be taking notice right now, and seeing, like, with what LeBron's doing, you can definitely do this as well too. Obviously, there's going to be those games where you're going up against the Jokic's of the world, the Gobert's of the world, the Embiid's of the world, where you're going to have to lean on a player like Dwight Howard or DeAndre Jordan as well too. But yeah, I see both of them sharing that responsibility, definitely, of playing the 5. It's going to be interesting if LeBron is technically at the 5 and AD's at the 4 starting. But then again, it's kind of positionless with basketball, right? Like, what is a 5 anymore? What is a point guard anymore? It seems like it's front court and back court. So that's kind of my thoughts on that as well.